The Prime Minister remained in Chequers, his country house today, no doubt relieved at the muted response of Conservative MPs to the news he had received a police fine. Even some who had plotted to remove him were now offering support. But they're also in their constituencies, and they may be hearing comments like these in Buxton.
It's just a tiny slap on the wrist. It's not enough.
I think he still needs to resign. I really do.
There was fury elsewhere too, which is why this Tory MP was one of the first to speak out.
People are very angry. I mean, the emails and phone calls, people are absolutely furious. I can't explain to people why they were right not to go and see their dying mothers, and yet this was happening in Number 10. It's just not possible to defend that. I don't think. I'm hoping in the cold light of day more of my colleagues and maybe even the Prime Minister will just think this is just not a situation that will ever go away, that people will ever accept. The only way for the government to move on, and sadly, is to change people at the top.
Tonight, the Conservative peer Lord Wolfson stepped down as Justice Minister. In a letter to the Prime Minister, he talked about the scale of the partygate revelations. It is not just a question of what happened in Downing Street or your own conduct, he wrote. It is also, and perhaps more so, the official response to what took place. As we obviously do not share that view of these matters, I must ask you to accept my resignation. But these are, for now, minority voices in the party.
So I look at him in the round, and I think that actually, on balance, he, and particularly now, perhaps with the Ukraine crisis, has shown true leadership, and I think he's got a lot more leadership to show.
That won't comfort the daughter of Aldrich Adamson, who had to see her father like this through a window of his care home.
Can you hear me?
This was April 2020. He was singing hymns days before catching COVID and dying.
I'm sorry I can't come in. I'm not allowed to come in.
And not even being able to reach out and touch him, it's something that will haunt me really for the rest of my life.
Boris Johnson has just been fined for breaking those COVID rules that you stuck solidly to. How does that make you feel?
Very angry, actually. I just feel so incensed.
And for Jean, that anger is not just about the Prime Minister, but the response of his cabinet as well.
If they had any decency about them, any moral fibre whatsoever, they would actually be moving to get him out, to remove him.
The mood of Parliament will become clearer next week when MPs return.